Hello and welcome back to Barca Talks. Great to have you here today because we have a lot of Barcelona news to go through. Yes, we're talking about registrations again, the word every Barca fan is tired of hearing, but this time, there might finally be some good news ahead. We'll also share some brilliant comments from Marcus Rashford about how he's settling into life at Barca and how it's different from his time in England. So get ready, let's jump in. Now, speaking of the new Barca shirts, will we get to wear them at the Spotify Camp Nou this season? Well, the stadium work is going really well. The club has released new photos and videos, and it all looks more promising each week. It's now only 1 month until our first home game against Valencia. This week, the team benches and technical areas have been installed, and I can't wait to see Hansi Flick in the dugout for the very first time. Work has also started on the fan chanting section behind the goal, with new seats going in. That area will be loud, but honestly, the whole stadium will be electric once we return. They've also tested the new stadium lights, and I think night games there will look incredible. But what about registrations? Well, here's the first big update. La Liga's medical team has confirmed that Ter Stegen's injury meets the rules for a long-term injury. That means Barca can use some of his salary space to register Joan Garcia. This is huge. Garcia was our main summer signing and the only player we paid a transfer fee for, so it's vital we can actually register him. However, Marcus Rashford is still not registered. Reports say Joan Laporta might offer a personal financial guaranteed money from his own pocket to help close the small gap needed to reach the 1-for-1 rule. We're apparently just a few million short, maybe around 7 million euros. Honestly, if the fans could chip in to avoid hearing the word registration again, I think we'd do it. It's not just Barca facing problems. 158 players across La Liga are still unregistered, and the season starts tomorrow. Levante, who were just promoted, only have 3 registered players. How can that be good for the league? I understand financial rules, but every year La Liga seems to push them too far, which hurts not just Barca but many clubs. It limits ambition, scares away investment, and makes it harder for teams to improve. Meanwhile, it looks like Hector Fort will leave Barca on loan after the weekend's game against Mallorca. The club doesn't want to sell him. He's still only 19 and has potential, but he needs regular playing time to develop. Hopefully, a loan move will help him grow and come back stronger. Now, back to Marcus Rashford. He's been speaking on the Rest is Football podcast with Gary Lineker, and he shared some fascinating thoughts about life at Barca. He says training here is very intense, but in a different way to England. Instead of endless running, it's focused on technical work, small games, possession drills, and quick transitions between exercises. It's tough, but it keeps you sharp and in rhythm. That's Hansi Flick's style, high intensity, always working with the ball, and always preparing for match situations. When asked about communication, Rashford said most players speak Spanish, and some use Catalan, but many understand English, like Frenkie de Jong and Jules Kounde. On the pitch, football is its own language, so it hasn't been a problem for him. Interestingly, at 27, he feels like one of the older players in the squad because so many are under 21. Rashford also spoke highly of Barca's young talent, calling them full of energy and surprisingly mature for their age. He said the way they play at their own pace is something unique to this club, and he hasn't seen it anywhere else. On his position, Rashford said he's played across the front line in preseason, left, center, and even on the right, but with so many great passers in the team, every position feels different and exciting. He knows he'll get chances here because his teammates have the vision and skill to find him in space. That's why I hope he's registered in time for the first game. So, what do you think about Rashford's comments? And what's your view on the whole registration mess? If you're after a good deal on Barca shirts, remember to check out Golazo jersey, you won't be disappointed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon for the build-up to Barca versus Mallorca in the opening match of the season. Visca el Barca, Visca Catalunya. Enjoy your day.